Hello everyone, this is a back with a look at this week's mail. First, I got a couple of decks that I got from Vanishing Ink Magic. Both bicycle decks, go figure. The first is the bicycle Diwali deck, all about the Indian Diwali celebration, which is pretty awesome. It's completely custom and everything. And then there is Bicycle Home for the holidays, which is also basically completely custom. It's all about the holidays and Christmas. So there's that one. And I mean, this one doesn't even say Diwali except underneath the top seal. Then I got a little promo from the Saratoga Toy and Game Company out of Saratoga. And I came with a couple of postcards, and it is a promo 2025 promo card pack for the Zoo King, which I always like that game, so I figured why not. And then I got some games here from Noble Knight Games. First was an order with 3 tiny games. 3 more of these Perplexed games, the Paco line, the Paco game line. First is Bus, which is a 2-player game, 2 to 3-player game where you are kind of a pick up and deliver with a bus routes. A tiny little game. Number 8 in this series. Then I got number 18 in this series, which is Yet, which is all about flying airships, stealing time within a clock from another dimension in this card drafting race. I've heard mixed reviews about this one, but I figured I'd check out myself. It's also a little 2 to 3-player game. You see, you put the cards in a clock. And then last is number 21 in this series, which is a 2-player kind of a chess-like game of tactics and timing and programming, which is called Bog. It's all about frogs. Pretty cool. And all of these came out, a couple years ago, whenever it was. Then I got one, also from Noble Knight, that I almost got from Taiwan Board Games, but then I figured I might as well get the English-American version instead. This one's from Renegade Games and Oni Press. It's called The Free Little Wolves, which, yes, is a play on the Free Little Pigs, except now it's all about the Big Bad Pig and the Free Little Wolves, which is kind of funny. Designed by Poke Design. It is also produced by TBD, it says here on the back. Taiwan Board Game Design. And it is a revamp of the classic tale, where you're trying to work to build the tallest houses before the Big Bad Pig demolishes your building in this fast-playing card game. Say Big Bad Pig 3 times fast. So yeah, the Free Little Wolves. Pretty cool. And I got one from Kickstarter. This is from Dead Alive Games. It is a little trick-taking game with a space theme. Apparently, it's in this same universe as their game Lunar Rust that they have, which I don't have and don't plan on getting. But it's called Lunar Skyline. It was off a Kickstarter project. Glad to finally receive this one. Looking forward to checking it out. And that is it for this week, but not really, because I have more that you'll be seeing right away. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, Peter's 830 here. What, did you think that was it for mail this week? No, I am here. It's just about 3 a.m. at work, and I do have a few more things to show you for this week. Let's probably take these out of these cases. I got some decks from, I don't know if you can see, but playing card decks, which came in these little cases. First, I have one from the USPCC, which is the Bicycle Cities of the World, which has a bit of a hollow foil tuck case. Basically, it features a Toronto on the back design, which is pretty cool. All the cards, jokers, and everything feature a cityscape, basically. It's cool for what it is. Then I have one that is from Hidden Light. It's the new Gold Sanctuary deck, which has some nice foil on the box. Hopefully it's the last one this series. And I got one from Playing Card Decks from Kickstarter that they produced. It came with a sticker. I am your Huckleberry. Not sure what that means, but sir. And it is the Bicycle Ghosts of Tombstone deck, which has this kind of a Wild West ghost zombie theme. Kind of interesting. Anyways, then I got some games. So I got 6 games from one company called Wolf Horde Games. This is also the Amsterdam board game design. And these first 3 came out last year. I just found out about them. And then there's 3 that came out this year. Oh, these are all put to by Fabrica Cart in Poland, so good quality stuff. They also came with nice compostable plastic on them, which is great. The first one is Babel, though I think they misspelled it. You are basically trying to, it's a cooperative card game where you're trying to construct the mythical Tower of Babel. So here on the back, I don't know if you can see, they wrote Babel with an E-L, but the game they titled with an L-E. I don't know what's up with that. And then there is Time Zoo, which is a little game where you are trying to lure animals back to the zoo, the Time Zoo, no less. I guess they're from the future, time-traveling animals, you get dinosaurs and stuff, and basically you're trying to attract them back to the zoo. And then there is Grots and Pond, which is all about these canal houses in Amsterdam. In fact, it's being re-released as canal houses with an English title, but it does have English in the game, and you are trying to create an Amsterdam canal street, drafting and constructing Dutch row houses and decorating them with stuff. It seems pretty cool. Then there's the 3 from this year. There is, Goblin Laundromat. I'm doing this handheld, so it kind of sucks. Goblin Laundromat, which is a game where you are goblins trying to wash cursed deer and trying to gather valuable treasures while managing the risk of too much filthy laundry, trying to become wealthy. And then there is Medievalens, which is a legendary land, where the beloved monarch has perished, leaving a power vacuum, and you are trying to contend to be the first to establish 3 guilds and harness their powers to dominate the capital, claiming victory and the crown. Seems pretty cool. And then there is Loaf. I guess it's about an oath. Actually, it's a baking game. You are collectively baking bread while trying to let the others do the most work. Basically, you're working at this bakery, the Loaf Bakery, but it's not your dream job. You just want to do as little work as possible without getting fired. And they also included expansions for the free games from this year. Now I kind of want to get the ones from last year as well. I did not order these. They just threw them in there, so I'm happy they sent them. But anyway, oops. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. Then I got a bunch of stuff from Board Game Bliss, of course. So there is Smitten 2 from Stonemaier, which is the follow-up to the previous Smitten game, which is a co-op 1 or 2 player game where you are trying to put out cards in a certain pattern. And then there is In Dreams, and Smitten 2 is brand new. In Dreams came out 2022. It's from Side Room Games. It's a solo game about dreams. You're basically kind of storytelling. Each card has prompts and locations and events, stuff like that. Basically, it seems pretty interesting. I like the other games, so I figured I would check this one out. Then there is Deep Dreams from De Veer, which actually has a little hanging thing. It's kind of interesting. And this is a game, I don't know what's about it. Basically, there's this kid, Bruno, who's fallen asleep, and you're trying to make sure his sleep is deep and leaves him well rested. And his dreams are wonderful. I don't know much about it, but it seems interesting. And then there is Corvage from DVC Games, sorry. Not DFC, DVC. This one is an interesting game. It comes with tweezers. And I've been waiting for this one for a while. I pre-ordered a while back. Basically, you're going to peck your birds. You're pecking by flipping cards, then picking an uncovered card, and then resolving its effects and stealing. And it seems pretty interesting. Very unique. Then there is, Umami, which is from Hito Bear. It's been a while since I got something for them. Also came with recyclable, compostable plastic, I do believe. This one, you are working some kind of a food stall in the forest, trying to match the specific tastes of different people, and it seems kind of cool. And then there's one from Allplay, which is Wordsy. Originally, it's from a different company. It's a little word game. Hang on for a second. I got just a few more here. Just a couple more. The bigger ones. First, we have Blockers. This is from Eagle Griffin Games. This is the card game. It's a card game version of a board game. This one came out in 2011. I saw this on Board Game Bliss. There was like one left, one available, so I just jumped at it. I did not expect to see that there. And so yeah, it seems pretty cool. And then there's Forbidden Island. Fantasy Island, that's something else. It comes in this tin. It's a game where you are discovering this Forbidden Island, but as you play the game, the island is shrinking, and you have to try to find certain things and complete certain tasks to win before everything disappears. And it comes with these cool miniatures, which is cool. And then one more from Wainwright. And this is the biggest one. This is Dragon Isles. This is a new version of a game I got not too long ago called Dragonwood, but it's from a different designer, so I figured I would check it out. There's also another one in the series called Dragon Realm, which I don't plan on getting. But anyways, that is it for this week. Finally, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching.